Hi guys, I have been teetering on the edge of burnout for like 6 months. Like, I'll burn out, I'll vegetate for a bit, and then I'll work very productively for the next like 2-3 days, and then I'll vegetate again. And it's getting to the point where my body is exhausted. And I read something, or I was watching a YouTube video, and I heard something today from the Geeta that I thought was so beautiful, and that if I look back in my life, I think my parents have kind of been telling me this my whole life. And it's that you are not your results, you are your effort. You are not your results, you are your effort. You are not your results, you are your effort. It also says burnout doesn't begin with doing too much, it begins with expecting too much from everything you do. And it's just so, it's like a weight lifted off my shoulders. It's like I feel so light when I tell myself that, or when I genuinely believe that, because it makes sense. Growing up, my parents have been priming me with this logic, and so touch wood, my whole life I've been pretty okay. But recently, since I've been working by myself, I'm my own boss now. And with being a boss comes the responsibility of also acknowledging growth, acknowledging effort, which I feel like I don't do. I don't pat myself on the back and say, good job, like you did well. I always judge myself or grade myself with the results, and my results are never enough for me because my expectations are way too high, especially for myself. And that's not a good place to be. If, like, even with, I used to do a lot of shadow work, right, when I was younger, and even with that, the more I looked inwards and realized what was triggering me, the less I would judge other people. The less I judge myself, the less I judge other people, because the higher the standards I hold myself to, the higher standards I hold the world to. Getting back to the point of you are not your results, you are your effort. When I was in school, I had a lot of learning disabilities, and I used to find it really hard to study, especially math and science. I was so bad at those subjects. I was actually horrible. I still am. And I used to just feel so bad about myself when I used to see other kids scoring so well, and my paper would come back and it would have like the most ghastly marks in the world. Like, I didn't want to show my face with those marks. And I remember it got to a point where I would just give up. Like, I just never studied in those subjects. I didn't study for any subjects because I just had made peace with the fact that I'm a bad student, I'm dumb. Like, I had internalized, and I still internalize this belief of I'm dumb. That's why I feel like I have to push myself to work so hard, because I need to prove something. Because if I'm dumb, at least I can work hard, right? If I'm stupid, that's okay. That's God given. At least what I can work on is my effort, my energy that I put into my work. That will never fail me. But I think breaking down those things of that belief system that has been so intrinsically stuck in me, that I'm dumb, it feels scary to tell myself that I can be smart. It's okay. Like, being bad in math and science doesn't mean that you don't have intelligence. And my mom used to always tell me that, she was like, I'll never be disappointed in you if you get bad marks. I've not ever gotten angry with you before. I'm not gonna start now. But I will get angry and disappointed if you don't work. Like, if you don't work hard, or if you don't put in the effort, because your responsibility as a student is to put in your level best. It's okay if the results don't come. Clearly, math and science aren't for you. Nobody's gonna push you or force you to do it after you graduate anyways. But that's such a push and pull of, like, yeah, I am my effort, not my results. But at the same time, I don't have to. I also read this thing recently that I don't have to burn out to prove that I care, right? I don't have to push myself to the edge of a breaking point to prove to anyone, or even myself, that I care or that I'm working hard. I think I've been working so much from guilt the past few months, trying to prove to myself that this is my first time that I'm doing something on my own, right? So I feel like I have something to prove, but I don't have to. Like, my work can be fun, my work brings me a lot of joy. If I finish work at 2 p.m. and if I worked really hard the first few hours of the day, I don't have to sit in guilt that I don't have any more work to do. I can take the day off and read or research or do something for myself or go out, go to a cafe. Like, I find myself when I finish work early, I don't give myself permission to do things for fun during the work day. And my work day technically for me ends at like 8 p.m., which is not healthy. It's not, that's not good. And so what am I doing for the rest of this 5 hours? I'm just sitting there in limbo, guilting myself for not having more work to do, but still not doing anything else. So just giving myself permission to like breathe and let go of the expectations that I need to be, 25 and 25 or whatever the phrase is. That's not even something that I actually want. I don't even care about material or like monetary success. I just want to do good work. Somewhere along the line, I've deluded myself into thinking someone else's dreams or a general societal dream of a good life and a successful life is what I want, but I have never wanted that. So why am I, it's okay. I can just be. I don't have to be so hard on myself. That's what I'm trying to say. And you don't have to be so hard on yourself either. Life's good, dude. Life's fun. You just gotta chill a little. You just gotta chill. Yeah. Anyways, take it easy.